So the power to define who is human has been a very important kind of power. It has really determined the nature of identity in societies like the United States, Brazil, South Africa, France, Britain. It has defined who is a possible citizen in the nation, what the nation is, and the significance of a person's contribution to the nation. Now, demography was born using data that was collected for political reasons. The census data wasn't collected because people wanted to know the birth rates and the death rates, and in fact, we invented many methods to indirectly estimate from those data what information we needed, and became great data people because we're great manipulators and retooling of data in order to understand things about the world. These enumerations have been used to define what it means to be a human being. And I think this is one of the aspects that we've overlooked in our zealous use of much of the data to understand the patterns of populations on the planet Earth. So these counts often define or undefine who can be colonized, who can be enslaved, who can be otherwise marginalized in that context. So a major unrecognized preoccupation of demography has been race, especially if you take a country like the United States. I mean, the data sets that we use have often been prescribed or restricted in terms which are based on the classifications of who is what. And these classifications are often based on an observation of what's going on in the society. So for people like W.E.B. Du Bois, Sinclair Drake, and even Patricia Hill Collins, the race question is also a moral question. It is not a benign fact. A person is not white or a person is not black. It is a result of their particular positioning in the society. I want to be very clear about this point, so I want to be real clear about what I mean about race. Often people talk about race and they are not clear about what they mean, and so they, in that not being clear, almost hide the real impetus for their work, and they hide the implications of what their work is. Because if they haven't thought about it, then somebody did think about it, and they need to know who that is, because that will carry on in their work. And if they simply think not thinking about it is going to answer the question, it's going to create the same kind of mistake because they're going to end up at the same place. It's like a person saying, I'm colorblind and I'm going to study race. Well, I don't need the colorblind person to understand race. I need somebody who actually understands color to study race. I need someone who actually understands race to study race. The person who doesn't understand it's going to land here like a Martian. And I don't think Martians would be good students of human population. So, for me, race is not an illusion. It's kind of a real bad mistake to think race is an illusion. It's problematic because it undefines the problem that race is. If it's an illusion, all we have to do is get beyond the illusion, and then we'll be in the real world. And once we enter the real world, somehow we'll then be dealing with something.